tutorial on how to edit with different frame rates. So first I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new project, and I'm going to call it frame rate, and I'm going to navigate to where I want it to go, and I'm already there, but I'm just showing you how I got there. So it needs to go into my folder on the Vault, and so if this was your video, you'd be doing the same thing. You'd be going to your folder. You would have created a new, there's Mr. Shula. You would have created a new folder for the video. Every time you make a video, you make a new folder. And so I'm choosing frame rate. Okay, so that's where it's located. So it's ready to do create. Hey, just a little tip. You should do save like frequently, and the long way to do it is save. The short way to do it is on your keyboard, hit the Command key and the letter S, so Command S. So I need to bring in my clips. I only have one clip for this demo. So once again, there it is in my frame rate folder. Okay, so this picture, this video clip, I'm gonna make slow motion, and there it is. Okay, so the way I want you to do slow motion, there's two ways to do it. Actually, let me back up. Before we do anything, we need to make sure our sequence, which is what goes in our timeline, is created intentionally, versus a lot of times you just drag a clip in there and start going, and that's not the way you do it. You need to actually be intentional about the sequence settings that you're going to use. So I go under File, New, and I go to Sequence. And when I do this, I have all these different options, and there are a lot. But let's just start with digital DSLR or SLR. I'll just use that until I tell you differently. There's 3 resolutions you can choose from. We want to choose the higher one, and that one we're going to choose one that's 24 frames per second. Okay, and so now that timeline is 24 frames per second. I'm going to give this a name. I'm going to call it frame rate. Okay, and now you can see the sequence is frame rate. You can tell it's a sequence by the icon here. So now I'm ready to get to work. Now I could bring the clip right in here. Okay, keep the existing settings, don't have them change, and play it, and it all plays fine. The thing is, though, that clip is not, I have not changed the frame rate. I mean, I have not done something, I've not interpreted the footage yet, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So, before you bring it in, you need to do you need to go up here to edit, actually no, never mind, it's just a right click. No, it's, give me 1 second. It's edit, I'm looking for modify. Where is my modify? Clip, there we go, clip modify. So you go up to clip modify, go to interpret footage, and here where it says a frame rate of 60. So what I want to do is I want to get that to match the frame rate of my sequence. So I click here, assume frame rate, and I change this to the same frame rate, which was 24. Say OK. And then when I bring that clip in there, and keep existing settings, and I play it, you notice it plays slower. Okay. Now, if you didn't want that audio because it's kind of obnoxious sounding, you could do a couple things. One, you could just click on it, right click, and usually right click and it should open a drop down menu, but sometimes you have to expand it. Oh, there it is. You go to on link, and then you can click here and just delete that if you'd like to. The other way is, originally I could have just grabbed the video clip and drug it down like this, and it only brings the video. But if I grab here, it brings both down. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to delete that. Okay, and so that's how you create slow motion using interpret footage. It's going to give you the smoothest slow motion, but In order to get this, you have to have filmed in a higher frame rate than what your sequence is. So that's why whenever we do an activity or sports, whatever, I almost always have students shoot in 60 and then edit their timeline in 24. All right, that's it.